All right, you're good. Just gotta.
We're live.
Yeah, we're live. Yeah, you're good.
We're live. Sorry about that. We're a minute or so behind. The camera kept freezing up for some strange reason.
All right, yeah, we're good. We're good.
7 o'clock according to...
7 o'clock. 7:01.
Andrew, get the dog.
Oh.
As you can all hear, Jack is drinking.
Our dog is drinking, if you haven't heard.
Okay, so I pulled it up, and look at us.
Are we going to have one of those shows again where it's just a hot mess and we just go
It
with
should be
it?
because we prepared.
Even when we're prepared, it doesn't matter.
We fell asleep.
It's been a long
week, which
weekend.
you're going to find out in a few minutes how long it's been.
Boy, do we have a show for you.
That we do.
Let me tell you.
That we do. Everybody's popping on there. Hello, everybody. Glad to see you all tuning in. Our staff, Dad, other people logging in.
Hi.
David,
All right, let me share where it needs to go, and then we'll give people a minute or so.
Uh-huh. Oh, that Joe Diebold's back.
Oh,
that
Joe.
guy, yeah. Janelle, our superstar for the weekend. Janelle, thank you again.
Superstar Janelle.
Superstar Janelle. Whoop, whoop. Hello, everybody. Hello, Lindsay. Hi. Erica said hello, bosses.
Hi.
Hello.
All right.
I never feel like a boss.
I feel like a boss all the time.
So you're bossing me around.
Girl boss. Oh, goodness.
Am I me today? Is that Suzanne? Who is that? Hello, Papa. Montreal, Canada. We have people all over the globe watching us.
Oh, my goodness.
There we go.
You know why? Because last week was just so crazy. They wanted to see
They're
what
all
we're going to
coming
come
back.
up with this week, right?
But we're tired, so who knows what's going to happen.
Yeah,
Oh, somebody
I know.
said you were definitely the boss.
Ah, well, thanks.
So Jerry must know you.
You follow me long enough to know, but I'm nice about it at least,
Okay.
right? Right.
There you go. Oh, we have people. JR would love to be a part of TMSM staff.
Really? Well, we are always looking for help because we have such a big old.
We got a lot to cover.
We do have a lot to cover, and sometimes it's hard to do with our little staff and just us being here. And
we're always looking for blogs to throw in there from guest posts and things like that.
Yeah, so yeah, if you have a guest blog that you would like to submit, we always are up for that.
Northern Ireland.
Hi.
Hello.
Thank you. Aren't
There
you
we
staying
go.
up late to watch this?
Hey, don't question it. You stay up.
You stay up.
You stay up and watch us. Are we ready to get rolling here?
We are ready
Let's do this.
to get going because we have lots to talk about.
I'll just get started. Hello, welcome to TMSM Weekly Live, show number 7 for May 28th, 2018. I'm your host, Scott Atwood.
And I'm Michelle Atwood.
And it has been a crazy week. We told you last week we had a lot coming up this coming week. Mm-hmm. And it has not been a lie. It's been busy. We are, just so you know, we are more tired this week than we were last week, I think.
Yeah, if you can believe that. The past 4 days have been a bit of a blur. Actually, before the past 4 days, because we had to get ready for the weekend.
Right.
So it's since last Wednesday, really, because I went to Toy Story Land Wednesday.
Yeah, last Tuesday was like our day off.
Okay, so yeah, see, we don't even know what day it is half the time. But we have a lot to tell you about, a lot of exciting things this week. So I hope you're ready because I couldn't wait to talk to you. We actually thought about not doing the live feed tonight because it's a holiday and we didn't know people would be around. But with so much news, and even though we're exhausted, there's just too much to tell you about. So we had to do it today.
Exactly, we did. We did have to make notice. So first thing we're going to talk about is last Wednesday, Michelle did tell everybody she was going to Toy Story Land again last Wednesday. And actually the weather cooperated. They were expecting rain. We were nervous she wasn't going to be able to go back into the land and see what was there. But fortunately, the skies did not flood you. You were able to see.
No, actually, yeah, because last month it was storming, and it has been raining cats and dogs here for like weeks. But on Wednesday, we were blessed enough to have a sunny day, so I actually got to go back there. So let's talk about it.
Joe Kelly just said hello to us.
Well, hello, Joe. We're going to talk about you too.
Yes, you're part of our show here, Joe.
Okay, let's talk about Toy Story Land real quick. So here's what I know. We actually met at the Yacht Club, and we got to see a slideshow of food that's coming to Toy Story Land. We did not get to sample said food because the restaurant isn't done yet, and that's a very good reason.
It is.
Right? But
so they tempt you with the pictures of how good it looks.
And it looks wonderful. It looks wonderful. Okay, so let's talk about food, because food is a favorite topic of most of our readers and us. So, okay.
I like food.
So Toy Story Land is going to have, are we ready? Monte Cristo sandwich, which looks fabulous. They're going to have a turkey sandwich on wheat that looks a whole lot better than like your average turkey sandwich. It looks a little fancier than your typical walk-up food. I think that's one thing that they're trying to get away from, because, you know, like you can go any place in the parks and get chicken nuggets. You can go, especially chicken nuggets.
And they're all the same.
Yeah, they're all the same nuggets. Yeah. Or you can go get, you know, the Uncrustable sandwiches or burgers. But this is something that looks like it's going to be different, and they're trying to step it up a bit. So I really think that it's going to be a good thing. Okay, so we got a Monte Cristo. We have a turkey sandwich. Oh, and then we have these Frito nachos, which looked really good. I usually don't eat that kind of stuff, but he does.
And I love that.
And it's like Fritos with nacho cheese and all this stuff. It looks really bad for you, but really good.
Everything that's bad for you is always really good.
And Disney calories don't count, from what I understand.
If you're on vacation and if you work covering the parks, it doesn't count.
Or if you live here, or if it's your job to try food.
Or if you just go to Disney. If you walk anywhere on property, it's covered. Even Disney Springs, it's covered.
No, all the walking is supposed to cancel that out, right?
It does.
Okay,
you can check with the fitness.
Yeah, okay. Frito nachos. They look pretty good. Okay, they're going to have root beer floats, or you can have different kinds of soda in its place, but they have these decent sized floats. They also are going to have like a yogurt parfait for like breakfast time. And I think they have like a breakfast sandwich as well, which is good.
That'll be nice, because there's not enough places that serve breakfast when you go to the parks. And a lot of people, you have to grab breakfast at your resort, but if you're not staying at a resort, you're usually stopping at Wawa or something on the way.
Or going to stop at Starbucks in the parks. I mean, no, I love Starbucks. I love to have coffee in the morning or a Danish or something, but you know, it's nice to be able to have other options, and looks like they're going to offer that, but I need to double check on that. And then more to follow, because food's a good topic. And then they are going to have a special green Powerade back there. They said that it's going to be like this really refreshing flavor, and it's going to match the Alien cups. So they're going to have like the Toy Story souvenir cups.
And who doesn't love the aliens?
And who doesn't love souvenir cups? Because they can upsell, you know. I mean, I'm one of those people. If you can have like popcorn in a paper thing or popcorn in a souvenir bucket, you gotta get the souvenir bucket.
And I have 3 boxes in the garage to prove we have those souvenir buckets.
We have a ton.
We have every single one of them, and all the exclusive, the AT-AT Walker or the pumpkin or whatever they are. So we've got them.
Yes. So basically the same thing with souvenir cups. So they're going to have that as well. And also, let's see. I took notes because there was so much. Here's a big one. We had people ask if, what about Pixar Place? Where is the future there? And they wouldn't tell us last month. They were like, you'll have to wait and see. Right. So on Wednesday I asked again, because I'm inquisitive like that, and the Imagineer said that is closing. And I also overheard a little bit of someone saying that they may use it for private events. So they're not gonna like demolish the old Pixar Place, but the entrance of Toy Story Land is going to be right when you go where Pixar Place used to start with the monkeys on a barrel across.
Right, where you get the sign, the Pixar sign in between. Which now is Walt Disney Presents.
Yes, right past there.
And we're Toy Story Mania. There's the 2 buildings there. There's the area between the 2 buildings, and that will be your walkway into Toy Story Land.
Yes. So that's exciting. And a month ago, I have so much swirling and I'm tired, I apologize. Okay, so a month ago, there was no opening for the new queue line for where you're gonna go for Toy Story Mania. Well, just like a week or 2 ago, they did put up the new entrance to where Toy Story Mania is going to be. All those entrances in the front obviously are going to be closed now. So they have a nice new sign to walk under for Toy Story Mania. Also, let's see what else. Oh, people have been asking, Mr. Potato Head will be back. I know for some people that was a big deal when they pulled him out of there. So Mr. Potato Head is coming back too.
Along with Wheezy, correct?
Well, yeah,
Wheezy
is already
part of the.
He's part of the Slinky Dog Dash.
At the end of it, I believe is what I was reading.
I don't know. We didn't get to go on it or anything. I wish.
I thought for sure you would. I was going to say Bill.
So when it was pretty surreal to be back there and to see these larger than life like Tinker Toys and the Slinky Dog Dash coaster is just the attention to detail is so cool. They've also put up like these, and remember, just in case anybody missed what I said before in previous shows, the premise of Toy Story Land is that you are the size of a toy. You are the size of a green army man. So everything in there, you're supposed to be like you were toys that kind of got dropped in Andy's backyard. And they've added more to that because, Disney goes big on everything. Mm-hmm. And now, like, here's the coaster. And then along the side is a big wooden fence. Oh, cool. And it looks like a fence like you'd see in somebody's yard. But it's big because you are supposed to be small, if that makes sense.
No, it does. That makes complete sense. and like I've said before, I look at Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and I think it's going to be similar to what the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids playground is, where everything's just oversized. And I always remember the Super Soaker gun that was just larger than life back there. Or the animals, the ants, or the blades of grass, or whatever.
Or like the big leaves that the kids could go down slides on. Yeah, it's kind of that same concept. Like the restaurant back there, Woody's Lunchbox, is supposed to be like just like a lunchbox that dropped in the yard. They have a lot of growth, like a lot of, but it doesn't look messy. It's supposed to look like grass and stuff because, again, you're in the backyard.
And you're at that level to where no matter what, it's going to look huge.
Yes. So the Woody's Lunchbox is almost done. You can kind of see what it's going to look like now. It's pretty cute back there. And then there's still some scaffolding up, but you really got to grasp this time of what's gonna be.
Awesome.
Okay, and then all right, so I listen to what you guys ask, so I really try when I go on these exclusive media events to ask the right questions and see what I can find out. I know that I get asked every week about an annual pass holder preview, so I had asked I asked again and
they didn't see that question coming.
No, and he had the gentleman I spoke to said because they have just a month, a little over a month until opening day, which is, it opens to the public June 30th, that they're burning daylight to get things done back there. So it's going to kind of depend on how much they accomplish between now and then.
How much it comes together. And actually, we've heard from an Imagineer who's back there building it that they really are burning. I mean, they're working 24/7.
Yeah, we spoke to somebody over the weekend at MegaCon he was full of information. I'll tell you more about that too. It's fun to get stories like this.
But he said make sure you pay attention to little detail that you may not even think about, because he said it's amazing how far Disney has taken their attention to detail and even bumped that up a notch.
It really has. He was talking about, what did he talking about? A piece of wood that
he was saying on the Slinky Dog coaster there's a part where you see the Tinker Toy log that it was in place.
That's what it was.
And they went back and they looked and they said they wanted to look like the log was dragged through the mud. So they actually made the cement wet again, took the log, drug it through, and then put it into place like you had dried, and then it dried to where it looked like it was just the mud was sitting there. And he said just little things like that a lot of people won't even notice.
But they've really worked on a lot of attention to detail. So he had said that when you go back in Toy Story Land, you really want to give it a good look around because they really stepped it up. Not that they always do a good job, but they said with Toy Story Land that they really wanted to give it that extra little bit of what would you call it?
Just the bigger experience. I mean, just to really put you in, because it's very easy to say you're a little toy.
They want you to really feel like you
like
are in Andy's backyard.
When you look around, you want to feel like, wow, I really am small now. I'm a lot smaller. I'm looking forward to looking small. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to feeling small too. I don't think that's what they meant though.
That's what I'm going with. They're not going to stop me.
If you want to feel smaller, visit Toy Story Land. It's good. Especially People that know me know that we're always joking about dieting and such, and I'm always like super hard on myself, and he's always like, forget it.
If you hang out in Toy Story Land all the time, you look small.
You're gonna feel small.
The pictures are gonna make you look small. You're gonna feel great about yourself. It's wonderful.
Yes.
So
see, there's all kinds of advantages to going to Toy Story Land from our perspective.
There you go. There you go.
With a little silly spin on it. So okay. So I think that's all I know right now. Oh no, I don't. Merchandise. So I got to see the exclusive merchandise from Toy Story Land. And there is going to be alien men, well, they're not ears, but you have like the alien man on top of your head. And when you shake your head back and forth, the eyeballs move, and you can actually kind of hear the eyeballs move. And I believe they light up.
It's like those googly type.
No, they actually like precisely move, not googly.
Oh.
Okay, so anyway. No. All right, and anyway, they have a light up Slinky Dog. So like the body of Slinky Dog lights up. It's got like rainbow lights on it. And you can like use it like an accordion. You can wear it around your neck, is which they kind of suggested. I just thought of something I didn't write down. They were talking about you know how like in Pandora, like you have an experience in the daytime of Pandora with the scenery and you know, photo taking, and how it's one experience in the daytime.
Right.
Well, at night, you know, Pandora comes to life, as they say.
With the black light.
The black lights, and everything lights up with like the neon lights and such. They said Toy Story Land is going to be something to the effect, I'm trying to think of what he said. It's going to be one experience in the daytime, and then at night, it's going to be like a whole other experience.
Which I think that's awesome. For Disney's standpoint alone, that's going to keep you there to explore more. Because if you know you're going to see something different at nighttime, you're going to probably look around a little bit more.
Do you know what it reminded me of? I'm full of ideas today. It reminded me of Cars Land at California Adventure.
That's totally different at night. Completely
yeah, it's
different.
complete. You know, Cars Land in the daytime is so cute. Right. Cars Land at night, you know, they have the music and the lights, and it's like you're driving down an old street.
You're in Radiator Springs at nighttime. The neon lights of all the shops and the rides are lit up, and it's just like the scene in the movie where they're driving down at nighttime, and you just see everything come to life. It is amazing, and if you haven't been to California Adventures, get out there, go during the day for Cars Land, and then go back in the evening.
Yeah, you really have to go in the daytime and at nighttime, and I think that's what they're trying to do with Toy Story Land as well. It's very fascinating to be back there and to hear the people that are actually working on the project talk about it. Right. The people that are working on the land are so excited. You can actually see the joy that they have about all this work that they've been putting into this land, and how they can't wait for people to see it, because it's been such a labor of love for them.
Oh yeah, and it's been a long labor.
And it has. And you know what? You got to remember too. You got different crews working on different things, because you have Galaxy's Edge that's on the other side of the park, which we'll talk about that in a minute. Yep. You know, there's a whole lot going on, and I really, it's been amazing to be part of the group that has been able to go back there and see it. I don't take that for granted at all. And he's jealous. Like when I get home, he's like, "Well, what did they say? What did it look like?" You know?
Every time.
I know. Okay, but at least be glad that I get to go.
Oh yeah, I'm glad she does. I don't get to see it, but I get to hear it from her point of view.
Oh, don't be salty about it.
Okay. So is that all you have to report on Toy Story? So, like we talked about last week, that Michelle was given an opportunity, that we had a luncheon the week before.
Yes.
We mentioned Joe's name, Joe Kelly, on here. And Joe is the morning radio show on 96.5 WDBO here in Florida.
Yes.
And Joe actually invited Michelle onto his show to talk about Toy Story Land, and she got to share that. We shared out the link.
Yeah, if you missed the link from Joe Kelly's show, I did share it on Friday. Was it Thursday?
It was Thursday. You would have done, yes. Because you were there Wednesday and then Thursday morning.
Yeah, it was. You know what? It was an excellent opportunity. I was really thankful that I was asked.
That was awesome.
And it was like 3 minutes of pure joy for me, because you know, when you work so hard to, you know, bring news to people every day and try to bring a little bit of Disney happiness to people every day, that little bit did my heart like boom. It was awesome.
Yeah. She was on cloud 9. And then we heard, even after Joe's show ended for the day, they would do like updates throughout the day of news stories. And we were shocked that we heard her again later on. Michelle told us this, and it was the hair stood up on my arms.
It was humbling and amazing.
It was so awesome.
And you know what? We can't thank him enough for that opportunity. So if you're watching, Joe, still, thank you so much. Thank you for that.
And if you ever need us again.
Yeah, we got you. We got you.
We got you.
We got you, Joe.
Okay, so Thursday morning after we did the interview, we had our trailer packed and our truck packed, and we were heading to the Orlando Convention, or the Orange County Convention
Center
for MegaCon 2018. Which, wow! I mean, the pure size of this con is unbelievable. We when we got there, they were like, "Okay, take your car to the dock to load through the dock," but we didn't know exactly where the dock was, and there wasn't really signage, so we kind of just walked in and walked around, and we happened to be on the second floor, and we looked through a window area, and we saw how massive the convention floor was.
This convention is huge. It actually, the building that it was in was what Star Wars Celebration was in last year.
The exact same concourse. Yeah.
Same, because the convention center has different concourses and different halls, I guess you could say, right?
There's two main buildings, one on one side of the street, one on the other side of the street. This was in the west concourse, which is where Star Wars Celebration was, which was a massive, but I almost think this was even larger.
It seemed like they had a lot more exhibitors. How many exhibitors did they say?
I've heard there was close to 1,000 booths set up throughout or spaces. Some people had 2 and 3 booths, but there was that many booth spaces set up. And it was just rows. It started at 100 and worked their way up to 1,000. And then there was artist booth, hundreds of artists there, the celebrity area, the cosplay area, the going to see the Batmobile. Going to see.
They had like the Ghostbusters
stuff.
Car.
The Walking Dead with
Walking Dead stuff.
So much.
A lot of Disney cosplay though too, which was cool because like we were standing in our booth and you'd see like, oh my gosh, there was a guy who stopped to take a picture right in front of us, and he was dressed like Hercules from a movie, and he had the big like wavy hair and the whole thing.
He was perfect.
And there was no question who he was supposed to be.
The best one the first day was the Sanderson sisters.
Oh yeah, I put a picture on our Twitter page. You'll have to go look. I might have put it on Instagram too. These girls were dressed like the Sanderson sisters, and the one that played Mary actually was pushing around a vacuum.
And not she a kid's vacuum.
She had the crooked smile going too. She was awesome.
In character, perfect. I mean, and it wasn't even. I've seen it with kids' vacuums. She had her
She had a real vacuum. She had like a
vacuum from home, and she was pushing around, and it was just like I was just sitting there going, "Oh my god, that's really getting into your craft of cosplay."
Your craft?
Like
witchcraft? Get it? Get it?
Yeah. But the cosplayers, even if you don't understand the character they are or who they are, the amount of detail they put into their costumes and the amount of time to build them is just, it's amazing.
I so want to do that someday. I don't know if any of you guys out there do like Disney costumes or... I mean, I know at Halloween I always try to pick something Disney-ish, but I would love to do that one day. I mean, I really admire these people that go the extra mile. You know, I would love to have like a princess dress that actually looked like it came from Disney and the whole thing.
That'd be really cool, actually.
I would love to do it. Maybe. I don't know how to sew. I'd have to buy it.
We could put a Pascal costume on Jack.
I have a fat bulldog. Wouldn't he look sweet as Pascal?
He could be Pascal, but he would just sleep.
I would have to like shove him under my arm.
But it was awesome at MegaCon. So many people came by to say hi to us.
Yeah, you know what? That's that's one thing that I wanted to talk about before we get on to the next subject was the amount of people that came to see us, the amount of people that came to see me to get my book, to have my book signed, just to say hello, just to get a picture. You know, there are times that I think sometimes, this doesn't sound bad. I don't want to sound bad. Sometimes my job, it feels like, you know, like I don't make a difference, or the stuff I write and the stuff I do isn't being reached like I would hope it would be. So, getting to meet people that came out and just to give me a hug and say thank you. No, thank you, because it was very humbling and it was very amazing and just awesome. I can't thank you guys enough. And then the people that gave me the feedback on the book, and it's still very surreal to sign my book for someone. It's still very surreal. And you know what? I love you guys for that. So, thank you for coming out to see me.
Yeah, it was absolutely amazing that people would. The common thing we heard is, "I found you," and then they come in the booth,
I found you.
And they'd come in and they'd introduce themselves, and They just wanted to thank us for what we've done with the Main Street Mouse and thank us for the relationships they built with other people through the Main Street Mouse.
Yeah, the great friendships that people have gotten
it's
through
amazing.
us.
It really is
It's a
amazing.
blessing so much. And you know what? And a big thank you to our staffer Janelle for coming to help us 2 days.
So much.
She kicked butt, and we love you for that, Janelle, because it was a lot of work. We were exhausted. And then speaking of exhausted, so yesterday, here's how our day went. We had to work the final day of MegaCon.
So we left here at 7:45 in the morning.
Yeah, 7:45 in the morning. And then we went, we stopped at Wawa like usual to get our snacks for the day because convention food is expensive.
$4 for a 20-ounce bottle of soda, or a hot dog was what, $5.50 for one hot dog?
Yeah, 3 chicken fingers were $6, so it was
small.
$2 a chicken finger.
And no fries.
Yeah. Okay, that's not the point.
Okay.
Anyway, so see, we're going to talk about food again. Okay, so
Always comes back around.
I lost it because I was talking about food. Okay, so yeah, the last day of MegaCon, we had to work until 5 o'clock. They would not let the vendors start breaking down until 5:01. So we had to break down our booth as quick as we can, throw stuff in boxes, pull down our displays, get it out to the car, load it up, get home, and get to Galactic Nights like in 2 hours. I didn't think there was any way.
No, it was loading the truck. We pulled out of there, I think, about 10 to 6 after loading the truck and getting all that done. Traffic, of course, was slow, and we're pulling a trailer, so we couldn't even hit the speed limit on the way home. Finally get home, and then I realized I have to take the trailer off the back of the truck, and it's filled, which made it a lot more heavy. So I ended up finally getting that off, broke that down, ran in the house, changed my clothes. Michelle was already getting ready.
I was stressing.
And we were out the door at, I want to say it was 10 to 7. We were supposed to be there by 7.
Yeah, so I had messaged my contact. I had messaged other people in the media that I know. Hey, can you tell them we're coming? We'll be there by the first panel at 7:45. I mean, we ran.
We did.
I mean, and I don't run. I honest to God, it's a miracle we got.
And it started raining as we were.
And then it started raining. It was like the powers that be did not want us to make it to the panel.
Yeah, we had the panel, and that's what we're trying to get to. And it didn't start till 7:45, but we had to go get our tickets, we had to get our passes, we had to get through security, we had to get through scanning our badge. We had to get our Galactic Nights lanyards with all that stuff.
But we made it. And there was news from that panel. I did load video up to our YouTube channel today. I put out a blog earlier about all the news. You had to actually be there for Galactic Nights to catch the panel from the Imagineers that are working on Galaxy's Edge. So he wrote down the notes for the panel at Galactic Nights. So you talk about it.
And I'm also going to preempt this with, I did load the video to our YouTube channel of the entire panel. So if I didn't go into enough detail, or you want to see something else, or if I did probably forget something, go watch the video. You can catch up on it really quick and see what else is coming. But I did want to talk about Galactic Nights that happened yesterday, May 27th. The night was hosted by Warwick Davis,
yes.
Which if you don't know, Warwick has been in, I believe, every Star Wars movie since Return of the Jedi as a different character. He started out in Return of the Jedi as Ewok Wicket, who was the one who was with Princess Leia and Carrie Fisher, her role, and was playing with her in the logs and things when they were on Endor. So he hosted the night, and then he introduced Dave Collins. Dave Collins is actually, he's a sound engineer, I believe, at Lucasfilms, but he also does podcasting for Star Wars, and I've heard him play Han Solo in the podcast, vocalist. So Dave was there, he's the host, and he brought out 4 of the Imagineers who have been working nonstop on Galaxy's Edge, and you could just see the enthusiasm on their voice, that they're bringing this to life. And
it's exciting.
It is amazing. So Galaxy's Edge, if you're not familiar, is the new land, Star Wars land at Disney's Hollywood Studios and Disneyland in Anaheim. It's 14 acres in size, which is the largest expansion ever for a land at Disney parks. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read my notes so I don't forget anything here. They showed us aerial footage of the land, what it looks like now, which was really cool because we have seen areas where we're driving by and you'll see the tops of the buildings.
It's like scaffolding, and like you can see is that a mountain that's supposed to be, or what is that?
It's part of the new the spires that it's naming it. So it's supposed to be trees that have sat there so long that they've actually they've died, and then they've become spires that can't crumble, almost rock formation, they said, is the way they develop. So I'm not sure. But so Galaxy's Edge takes place on the planet of Batuu, which is where you are. Galaxy's Edge is a believe it's an outpost that's up there, and they gave us the name of the village where the outpost resides. It's called Black Spire, which is what the things we're seeing are named for. So it's called Black Spire's Outpost. We've already known that there was going to be a full-size Millennium Falcon build back there, that you're actually going to be able to go into the Falcon. There's going to be an attraction in there where you could be the pilot of the Falcon in enhanced.
People roared when they talked about the Millennium Falcon.
Oh yeah, because it's an iconic ride. Yeah. Iconic ride. So to be able to go into that full size and walk into that is amazing. The thing they showed us or told us about last night, which we did not know about, is there's going to be a second attraction which we didn't know about, but we didn't know what it was about. Well, they told us last night there's going to be full-size AT-AT walkers inside the attraction. So there's going to be 2 of them. So when you walk in, they showed us how they're building them.
They're going to be huge.
They're huge, and the detail on these is amazing. So if you're not sure what an AT-AT walker is, in Empire Strikes Back on Hoth, these are they look like a big elephant, actually, the way they walk. And that's what they were based on when George Lucas said he based it on an elephant's walk. They're the big things that Luke actually took his ship around it and tied the string and then tripped it, basically, to make them fall.
I have a dumb question.
Okay.
It wasn't scripted, but I'll put you on the spot.
Thanks.
Okay, so they were talking about these full-size AT-AT walkers.
Yes.
They have one outside of
Star Tours. Correct.
So, but they were making it sound like it's going to be even bigger than that. And to me, that one's big.
Yeah, so. No, the ones in the movie, if you do see Empire Strikes Back, you'll see that Luke looks so small next to it. So
okay.
These are going to be huge. And they said there's 2 of them, and you're going to come face-to-face with them. They also said there's another ship being built that's just going to be a transport, but it's going to be full-size also. You can actually walk onto the transport like you were using it to go wherever. So that was the crowd was very excited to hear those little things about it. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss anything. In Return of the Jedi, Nine Num, if you remember the end scene where Lando Calrissian is actually flying the Millennium Falcon, Nine Num is his co-pilot. The actor who played that, Nine Num is going to be kind of the character inside of Batuu. Well, they went and found the actual actor who did the voice of it back in Return of the Jedi. They went back to Kenya, found this actor, recorded his voice, so his voice is actually going to be used in the land. There is going to be, in the market, they're going to sell creatures that you can actually possibly take home, which I'm assuming is going to be like the Banshees.
I'm thinking, I put pictures of some of the things on our Instagram. Under the Main Street Mouse, I put like the picture of a couple of those things. Yeah, I want to check it.
The one they talked about was the Lothcats from the Rebels, which of course the crowd went nuts when those were announced. So that's out there. Then by the end of the night, as we were leaving, they had told us, or I'm sorry, at the end of the panel, they gave out the second half of the deck of trading cards. That they gave us the first half, last Galactic Nights, they gave us the second half this time, and on the back of those trading cards, which you're going to be able to purchase in Galaxy's Edge, forms a map of the land. So that's something I haven't had time to fill that out yet, but I plan to do that. Trying to think. Then we had Stars of the Saga. So our friend Mark Daniel, he interviewed Eunice. I don't want to pronounce it wrong. Suatomo. Sorry, I know I probably butchered that. I hope he's not watching it. But he's the Chewbacca. He's been playing Chewbacca since The Force Awakens. When Peter Mayhew could no longer do that.
I have that on our YouTube channel too, a little clip of the new Chewbacca.
Right. Then we had Ashley Eckstein was there signing her book. DJ Elliott was getting the dance music going. There was backdrops where you could go get your picture taken in front of certain areas, receive a sticker that goes on the back of your lanyard card to make a take home. They had the droid builders there. Tower of Terror had projections on it that were Star Wars, which Michelle
also on our YouTube channel.
Then let's see, Star Wars. The night ended with the Star Wars Spectacular fireworks. Of course, there was merchandise, food, and of course, there was a cupcake with, I think I have it here, with a little Millennium Falcon that lit up. That could fly.
And who doesn't want to light up
Who doesn't want a little Millennium Falcon? These are the coolest things ever. So I'm gonna put that right here so I can sit there and look at it.
Okay.
So, but that was really it for the night. It was a lot to get in. We were exhausted walking around. We met up with some friends, said hello. Tried to get our coverage, but we were both so exhausted. We still didn't leave there till almost.
It was midnight almost. Midnight. Yeah.
We had planned to try to sneak out there a little bit early, and we ended up staying.
Because we're chatty and we talk to people, so we ended up staying.
It happens.
It happens. It always happens.
But like I said, the video of the entire panel is on our YouTube channel, so if you want to go watch it, I just try to do a quick recap of it all for you. But if you go out there, see what it is, and then I'm sure as more news breaks about Galaxy's Edge, we'll be sure to put it out for you guys to see.
Right.
So that was it. That's all I had on Galaxy's Edge.
That's a lot.
It's a lot, and it's a lot to say quick, so I know I probably spoke a little too fast. I do apologize. The cupcake this came with, very good.
It was a good cupcake.
It was a good cupcake.
So,
okay.
all right. So before we get into your questions, I have an exclusive scoop that nobody knows. So you got to scooch in and get a little closer because
you can't share it.
Don't tell anybody.
And you can't quote us.
You don't.
Because we can't get out any names or anything like that.
No, but it's good. Okay.
You want me to introduce how this happened, or
we don't. Well, we don't want to give anything away.
The person we talked to about Toy Story Land.
No. Yeah. No.
Yeah, the gentleman that came to MegaCon that we were fortunate enough to talk to about Toy Story Land, and that he's working behind the scenes there, and told us some of the thing about the detail and watch all that. Gave Michelle a little bit of a tidbit of information shared with her.
You know how I said I was inquisitive earlier and ask a whole lot of questions? Well, I figured since I have this man in front of me that actually builds props for these
Oh, sure.
lands.
I just said he did. Now he's probably getting a phone call.
There's so many of them that work the project. So, no. Okay, so I was like, okay, so he was telling me what else, what the things that he's worked on, and he's showing us on his phone like how they build like costumes and things. Nothing that it was personal costumes. It was his personal costumes. It was not showing me anything from Disney.
He was working on an amazing cosplay costume, which I geeked out about.
It was for him.
So it wasn't for Disney.
God, I feel really bad. We usually don't talk about this stuff, but
you usually don't. But now you just.
It's not rumor because someone told me.
As long as he's telling us the
truth. Here it comes, all right? So the Ratatouille Ride in France. Now, nothing has been put out about that.
No.
So I put my reporter's cap on and said, what can you tell me? Because he's working on it. So, okay, so here's what I know. Get ready. All right. The Ratatouille Ride is going to be, like we had said before, it's going to be in France, the France Pavilion at World Showcase at Epcot. The ride is going to have its own new building. They're not going to add it to anything else, that's already existing there. It's going to be its own separate building. I had asked him if it's going to be a simulator ride because, there's a lot of rides that are just simulators and not an actual ride.
Which we think a lot of times is because of the space. They just don't have the space to do anything.
Because the park up the road from Disney, Universal.
No one's that won't let us have Marvel. I'm not saying any names.
They're all about the simulator ride, and the Fast and the Furious ride.
And we just lost any chance of ever getting invited.
Darn it, that's okay because it's all right. But they just had this Fast and Furious ride open, and there was a lot of disappointment because it was another simulator ride. And I don't know about you. But me, I need to take Dramamine to go on those rides or close my eyes because it made me so sick. Right, and I never used to be that way.
Well, and it was Fast and Furious. It was Jimmy Fallon before that. It was Minions before that. It's just ride after ride after ride are all the same simulations.
Okay, so what he said, this is all I know, but it's a good thing. I mean, some of you may already know because there is a Ratatouille ride in Paris.
Correct.
And I've never been on it, so this was new to me and maybe new to you.
And there's a few people here talking about this.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be the same.
And if what she says, if you can comment and say that's about the same, we'd appreciate it.
Yeah, because I've never been on it. I don't know anything about it because I'm too scared to go to Paris because of the long plane ride.
She won't fly.
I won't fly. If I could drive to Paris, that would be different. Okay, so anyway, he said, speaking of the other park up the road, he told me that it's going to be very similar to the Harry Potter ride at Universal. And I believe the ride that he was talking about, it's not Escape from Gringotts. It's the other one.
It's the one from
What's it called? What's it called? Come on. What's it called?
I don't remember. It's been so long since I've... Somebody tell us what it is, because I really cannot remember.
Or Andrew, what's the other one called?
Hogwarts.
It's the one that's in the Hogwarts. Oh, God bless
Forbidden
it.
Journey? No.
Forbidden Journey?
Yeah, Forbidden Journey.
Forbidden Journey.
I got it. Oh, Michelle Perkins just told us. Thank you, Michelle. Yes, Forbidden Journey.
Thank you.
So if you've never rode Forbidden Journey, what it is you sit in a row of 4 people.
You
take
your Dramamine.
Take your Dramamine. You don't need it. And then the ride itself works on an armature where it picks the cart up and moves you around like this.
Yeah, it's like, now we look like Jurassic Park. It's a thing like that. Give Michelle a prize. Okay, so
it is a good ride.
It's a good ride. Okay, but anyway, so he said that if you haven't been on this ride, this Harry Potter ride, you're sitting there and yes, you actually see props and you're going through a ride on this arm thing.
Right.
And he said that there's going to be 18-foot domes with projections. That you're going to see the projection, like the 3D thing, and you're going to see that for a minute, and then it's going to go back to where the props and stuff are. So it's going to be a little, shrimp hands from Beetlejuice. That's funny, Erica. It is like the shrimp hands from Beetlejuice.
It's a very good way to say that.
That's good.
But if you've never ridden Forbidden Journey, the ride is so immersive that, and I'm always amazed at the timing, because if their timing was off by a quarter of a second, the whole ride would be thrown off.
The ride would be awful.
Because you'll be watching the screen, then it takes you off the screen, and then you see something that just went with the very ending of what you saw, and then you're back in the screen. I mean, it's amazing.
So, that's what he compared it to, was that thing at Universal.
So, basically, Ratatouille, not a simulator.
No.
It is going to move you around. I mean, you are going to have screens. You're going to have 3D. It is all 3D. He did say that it's all 3D.
Yeah, he said it was 3D, but he also said there was a lot of props and things, and you don't just sit in a spot.
Right. You're going to move around, which I'm guessing is just like...
And you know what? Just for the record, because now I feel guilty for saying it, I don't hate simulator rides. Like Soarin', I love Soarin'. I mean, when my parents were in town, the one time I'm like, you must ride Soarin'.
But I think that is different than... Because you move. You go up, the cart moves to the sways. I don't know. I'm thinking a simulator like Minions makes me sick.
Oh, Minions. But that's the other park again. I'm trying to think like
See, it's
Disney.
always that other park. Star Tours, you kind of sit still.
Star Tours, I close my eyes on most times because it starts to make me feel woozy.
If I'm in the back row, I get sick. For some reason, whenever we've sat in the back row, I don't feel good. If I sit in any other rows, I'm fine. But when I sit in that back row, I just don't feel good.
Just sit there and be like, okay, I've had enough.
Get it over with.
I've had enough.
When she says bye-bye,
Bye-bye.
I'm ready to go sometimes.
Thank you for
But it is a good ride. And if you haven't rode Star Tours in a while, they did update it a while back with the ending that now lands in Galactic.
Galaxy's Edge.
Galaxy's Edge. So when you land, you actually are landing in Galaxy's Edge, and that's where you're going to be stepping out into pretty soon.
So yeah, so those of you who've been to Paris, maybe this wasn't news to you. Maybe it's the same ride, maybe it's not. However, us locals here in Florida...
Who won't fly?
Who won't fly? I might someday. With the proper medication or, but...
So you're going to go back to last week's conversation how she's going to hide stuff to get in the park.
No, I never said that you're supposed to hide things to go in the park. And by the way...
We're going to have an intervention next week for the show at the same time. So if anybody would like to come in and intervene...
TMSM intervention. No, seriously. But no, before we get to your questions, no opening date even projected for this ride. Because he said that they have all their manpower right now on Toy Story Land. They got to get that done. And then there's, Galaxy's Edge. So it's one of those things that it is in the process. Right. But right now it's not their main focus.
Exactly. He said that all this stuff is supposed to come together by the 50th. By Walt Disney World's 50th. Everything. But you got to remember, there's the Tron ride. There's the new theater that's going into Magic Kingdom.
No, it's not that. They're not doing that anymore.
They canceled?
Yep.
I didn't read that.
You didn't read it. Someone told me.
Oh. She's got more insight.
I got people.
But then you have the Mickey ride at the studios.
Yes.
You have Guardians going into Epcot. Ratatouille going into Epcot. I said Ratatouille.
Our youngest son used to call it Ratatouille.
And that's how I always say it.
So we call it Ratatouille.
And then, of course, Galaxy's Edge and Toy Story Land opening. So there's so much going on here that it's almost overwhelming. So, but we know a lot of it's supposed to be in by the 50th. So we're keeping our fingers crossed that everything works out as planned and we have it all.
Yeah, there's so much going on. And as soon as, we get more information, I will certainly tell you. Mm-hmm. But they don't, no opening date on it yet. But they have so much going on. So, and then I'm still keeping my fingers crossed for that Hatbox Ghost by the 50th. Please, if anybody's listening to me, please. He's amazing, and I loved him in Disneyland.
And I will ride the ride probably 10 times in a row to make sure I get the best video I possibly can.
Yeah,
I will go buy new camera equipment to get the right video of him.
Yes.
It's a good reason to buy camera.
You don't even understand. I love the Haunted Mansion. I love the history of the Hatbox Ghost.
Is that why we have a room upstairs?
We have, you know what I'm going to do? What I'm going to do for you guys is I've had a lot of people ask about our Disney stuff in our new house. I'm going to make a little video of all the Disney stuff that we have in the house. Like my Tangled bathroom, our Haunted Mansion room.
I get the rest of my stuff up then.
Yeah, I know, you got to put all that together because I think it would be a really good blog idea, like how to Disney up your house. What do you think? What do you think? Is that a good idea?
So Tangled room is good. So
I absolutely would go be over the moon happy if they added that. I don't know. Do I even want to know what they're saying?
Robert wants to know about Figment.
Robert, really? Really, Robert. You know what? Didn't we have a discussion earlier about, us working together on things?
Or Tiki Room.
You know, everybody has a thing that they're not. It's not a favorite, and it's just, you know, I'm not ashamed.
She loves Figment. Don't worry about it.
I don't.
She's got a purse with Figment on it. Don't you?
Well, he's in the pattern, but you know how, okay, you Junie ladies out there, you have to go by pattern placement, and I went by pattern placement to try to get one that was hidden. The Figment was hidden.
We have a question I just see, which you might want to address. Talking Mickey.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Talking Mickey. We did talk about that. Was it last week?
Week before.
The week before. Talking Mickey is gone. One of our staffers' family went to see Mickey on Saturday, and it is confirmed Mickey is there. It's the same meet and greet, but he does not talk any longer. I don't know why.
No, I haven't heard it to the reason why.
Yeah, there was no. I don't know a reason. If somebody else knows a reason,
I would guess it has something to do with the technology, but
maybe. I mean, it was pretty cool. You know, it was cool. Are they still talking about Figment?
Shane wants you to admit your love for Figment.
Shane, I can't because, you know, we don't put out garbage, you know, junk articles and stuff. And if I told you I love Figment, that would be a lie. And that goes against everything that we do at the Mainstream House. So I can't do
You're going to go with that one?
Yes.
Wow.
That's a good one.
Wow.
My son is shaking his head behind the camera, you guys. He's going, oh my God.
Let's ask her about the carousel progress.
No. All right, anyway, let's get to your questions now. All right, okay. They just like to pick on me. I don't know why.
Because you say stuff sometimes and it's like, we gotta...
No, last week's show was hysterical because we talked about, okay, so I'm going to veer off for a second.
We got
so, you know, my people in TMSM Fan Nation, you know, they like to call me out when I say silly things sometimes. And,
oh, I forgot about this one.
So,
this was funny.
So, what was it, the next day? There were actual memes made about a quote that I said. What did I say? I said something, Robert, are you there? You would know, because you made one of them. You said something about it's not a good idea to knock back straight alcohol before you go into a park.
It was something like that. So then
I
we all
actually said that.
So Robert made the first meme.
Oh, Bob Davis! Yes, Bob started it.
Bob did.
Bob started it, and then they started making pictures of this quote. And then Suzanne, that works for us, messaged me. She goes, "Hey, did you really say that?" I'm like, I did, but I had a point.
But I took the Epcot plaque that's at the beginning, and I turned it into the quote, which turned out really good. So Bob Davis is going to get that printed on the back of his Run Disney shirt next run he does. I think it'd be great for the Food and Wine Marathon if he did it for that.
And for people that missed it, go back to our YouTube channel and watch last week's Hot Mess show because it was hysterical. I watched it back and actually laughed. And then when I got called out for saying what I said, I was crying. You couldn't ask him. I sat on the couch crying.
Because the memes just kept stopping.
I couldn't help it. He's like, "Why are you laughing? Why are you crying?" Because I'm one of those that when I get a really good giggle, I cry. I couldn't breathe.
She couldn't stop.
But maybe if somebody can find that meme, you can put it on this post because it was that funny. But if you missed it, we were talking about people sneaking alcohol into the park, and what I said was a total Captain Obvious statement of, it's not a good idea because just have
it's
to
not
watch
a good
it.
idea to drink the whole bottle of alcohol before you walk in.
It said something about slamming straight alcohol.
See, now I'm checking to see if I have it on here.
No, okay, we don't need to know what the quote was, but anyways.
I will post it this evening.
It was pretty funny. So, yeah, you know, what you see is what you get with us.
Buttons for the 2018 meetup may contain that quote. I'm not saying they will. Troy can maybe put a little twist on it for us.
No, the meetup buttons are not necessary. Okay, so let's go. Let's get to the questions because we're getting close to 8 o'clock.
Can we address this one question just for? Are they making a Star Wars hotel? Yes, actually, it is in the works. I don't believe it's. I mean, they've started clearing the land across from studios on World Drive. We're assuming that's where it's going to go. We don't know for sure, but they have put out a video of it.
Is that where we saw there was something coming across the World Drive that there was? What is that thing?
They were taking. I believe they were taking dirt and stuff over to the other side. They were making a retention pond for some reason over there. And if you go to every resort, there's a retention pond at every single resort. So it makes sense to clear that area to put a retention pond in. So
but we're just guessing. Like,
we're guessing,
what that is.
But Disney has confirmed there is a Star Wars hotel going to be built at Walt Disney World.
And it's going to be all-inclusive. Like, you're going to be immersed in Star Wars just like with everything else.
And I've heard up to your clothing. Like, you're going to go there and they're going to give you your wardrobe and all the employees will live there. And it's going to be 100% you're in the Star Wars universe.
So, like, can the women, like, request hair buns when they go?
I don't know.
Because I want hair buns.
Carrie Fisher's the only one that gets
No.
Nobody else. Nobody.
Okay.
That was hers.
I hope we answered that for you.
But as soon as we get more, we will let you know. Yep, she gave us a thumbs up.
Okay, good. All right, awesome.
Okay, so next.
All right, and by the way, I forgot to tell you guys, if you would be so kind and share this video with your friends.
Please.
Because we are trying to get our little show off the ground, and last week we hit about 24,000 views. And that is because of you guys, and
yes. Not because of what they're
not
saying.
Because of, not because of us. It's because of you. But you know what? I think real talk from Disney perspective, from people that aren't trying to give you any fluff, that aren't trying to put on something that we're not. Because this is what, if you meet us anytime, this is what you get. And
well, we might be a little bit more reserved, a little bit.
What now?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe. But
our language is better.
No.
Well, hers is.
Oh my gosh.
I'm teasing.
Oh my.
I'm teasing.
I think my parents could be watching.
No, your father is.
Oh.
He knows.
Okay, anyway. So yeah, if you guys would share these videos.
Yes, please.
So,
please.
we are 2 people away from our next milestone on YouTube. So if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do. And then somebody asked when we're going to be in Birmingham. 2 weeks. Wait, no.
Not this coming weekend, the following weekend we will be there.
Yes,
so
we are going to be at Magic City Con for the weekend, and I will have my book.
Yes.
We will have TMSM swag to give away.
We'll even have some Lula there.
Yes.
Disney Lula,
so if you're going to be Birmingham, Alabama, Magic City Con, not this weekend, but the next weekend.
Yep, we'll put out more information about where it's going to be, how you can get tickets and all that. But Jamie, who has been a follower of TMSM for a long time.
It's Jamie's convention,
Jamie
and she
and her
does a
sister
great
put it
job.
on there. It's fantastic. Lots of fun for the entire family. So if you're in the area, please come by, say hello, get a book. Michelle will take your picture. And
Michelle will take your picture?
with her. I would probably end up taking a picture with her in it because she's not good with the selfie.
I'm awful at selfies. Awful. And if you came to see me this weekend, you know that, because I would be like, okay.
And
anyway.
Michelle Perkins says people love us because we're real.
And we love you, Michelle Perkins. Somebody wants to know how you find our YouTube channel.
There is a link on the Main Street Mouse page, but you can go to YouTube and type after.com/the main ST Mouse.
Yes, street is not spelled out.
Street is not spelled out, so it's just the main ST Mouse on YouTube, and that will take you to our page. And there you can subscribe, so you'll get notified when we post new videos, which we are hearing that even YouTube isn't always telling everybody about new videos, so we're going to have to step that up a little bit and let everybody know. Facebook and YouTube, everybody's trying to hold us down. And I'm not going to let them.
No, hold us down. No, we've been doing this for too long, and this is just the beginning, and things are really good for...
There.
Knock on something. Things are really great, and you guys are awesome, and we can't do any of this without you.
No, not at all.
Okay, so speaking of our people, let's talk about their questions. All right, ready? Here we go. All right, so this is from Judy. Judy wants to know, hi Judy. She wants to know, will the eateries in Toy Story Land offer allergy-friendly menus, or is that just limited to table service and restaurants? I'm not even sure how many eateries will be there. There's just the one main walk-up back there, and that's what I talked about earlier was Woody's Lunchbox. And I do believe we spoke to actually one of the chefs that's creating the food. And I believe that they will do allergy-friendly, like most walk-ups do. And I know a lot of people don't even know that. Like, if you go up to the cashier at even, let's say, Backlot Express, and you tell them, I have food allergies, like, they pull out a separate menu for you, and then you get to choose from that.
And usually either a manager or chef will come out from the back area to help you pick your meal so they can prepare
it. To make sure that they don't put something out there that you're allergic to or something that's, you've digested issues.
Yeah, and it's not really an advertised thing. It's just one. So when you're in line at a walk-up talking to the cashier, I've seen that at Pecos Bills a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Where you just tell the cashier, I have food allergies, they have a special menu they pull out, they hand that to you, you pick what you need, and that's how they put your order in for you.
I've seen it at the Electric Umbrella and Epcot, too.
That's right.
They seem to have, like, this little menu under, like, where the cashier, like, takes orders at. Yeah. Like, there's something. If there's any cast members watching, maybe they can verify, but I have seen it. Okay, so, Judy, I hope that answers your question. Okay, so we have Chris. Now, Chris is one of our Disneyland people, but she's coming here. Okay, here we go. Chris wants to know, last week you talked a little bit about the Christmas party. I went 9 years ago and it wasn't worth it. Sorry, Chris. I'm going back to WDW this December and I'm thinking about trying it again. 2 adults, mid-40s, and no kids. Thoughts? All right.
Try it.
I would say try it.
I would try it. When we first went, the first year we moved here, the Halloween party is my favorite. I didn't think Christmas could even compare closely. I really enjoy the Christmas party. I think it's a lot of fun. You get to see a lot of things. You get to have some snacks, of course. You get food and snacks. That's just the best part. The parade is awesome. To see the toy soldiers, to me, is one of the best highlights of the whole parade. Then you see Santa's reindeer playing around, the dance party with the reindeer.
Yeah, we talked about that. The reindeer. Yeah, all that stuff is great. I think, I mean, my kids, both times we went. When we went in 2014, they loved it. We went last year. We went last year twice. Yeah, we had a great time. Right, Andrew? We had a good time. Yep, he's shaking his head. Yeah. He's 16 and loved it. And he likes all the snacks. And my little guy, he likes the parade. He likes the fireworks. You know, walk around and get cookies.
Stage show. You get holiday wishes. Show.
We had a great time at the dance party back there, like we talked about. That was fun. You know, last week. Yeah. So definitely, Chris. I think you should give it a try. And I really hope that you would come back and maybe tell us you had a great experience.
That's what I was going to say. If you could tell us either way. If you don't like it, come back and tell us what you didn't like about it, because we would love to hear about it so we can share it with other people as we go forward. Because that's the best way. Word of mouth is the best way to tell what people like and don't like.
Yeah, and don't forget about this. You know, there's a certain characters that you can take pictures with that you normally can't. Correct. So I would give it a try.
I would agree.
Yeah, I love the Halloween party, and I do love the Christmas party. And we took my parents to the Christmas party last year, and they loved it too. And they're a harder crowd to please.
And it's awesome to walk down Main Street USA and it's snowing.
Oh my gosh, the snow, you guys!
And the buildings have the
don't eat the snow though. It just Disney snow is not snow. It's not ice. It's not like snow cones in the air. It's soap. So when you're going to these things, Hollywood Studios last year did their
they do the jingle
snow, yes.
Jingle bell.
Erica said it was snow. They had the when they have the snow flying around. They did the Christmas show up on the Tower of Terror.
Yes, that's right. They did
and it was snowing all around. It was snowing all around there, and it's pretty cool to see like Main Street lit up in red and green, and they have like snowflake projections on the buildings.
It's really cool.
And it's snowing, and Christmas songs are playing in the street.
And don't forget about the huge tree that's in the town.
Oh, and then the Jingle Cruise turns into the Jungle Cruise is a Jingle Cruise. So
which is a must do at the holidays.
Yeah, they do Christmas jokes on instead of regular jokes.
And even the queue line is redone to Christmas.
And like the animals in the Jungle Cruise have like Santa hats on, and then like the spot where they have like the camp turned upside down, they have like Christmas presents on the side.
Some are floating in the water, I believe.
Yeah, they have Christmas presents floating in the water. So yeah, the Jingle Cruise is pretty fun too.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely one of the must dos if you're at the party.
Yeah, so it's a good time.
Although you can do that not at the party. Jingle Cruise is just the whole time.
Yeah, no. You can do. They do Jingle Cruise. Through the Christmas season.
Now, if we could just get the Haunted Mansion overlay for the holidays.
Oh, I would love to see that.
Come on, Erica, I'm waiting for your comment.
Erica, where are you? The overlay for the Haunted Mansion. Anyone? Erica?
I know Sherry said
Shane,
something.
You said you missed the Osborne Lights. I missed the Osborne Lights. I was heartbroken when they took those away. There she is, yes.
We had hoped they would put the Osborne Lights somewhere else on property, and they still have not done that.
Somebody had, you know what, this is why we don't do rumor, because there was a big old rumor flowing around that they were going to put it in Disney Springs. Yeah. And then there was another one that they were going to set up shop someplace in Epcot.
I even heard they were going to build an area.
None of that was true.
No, none of it's true.
Nothing's material. And you know what? I'm wondering if they were to just humor me for a second. If they were to put the Osborne Lights somewhere else, would it still have that feel like it did with Streets of America?
If they could rebuild Streets of America, which doesn't exist anymore, why couldn't it?
Yeah, I really think that there was something special about standing in the Streets of America, and then when Santa Goofy comes out and hits that switch, and then you're standing there, immersed in Christmas cheer with the lights and the music. And did it snow back there too?
It did snow back there.
It was just really special. I wish they could do it again.
I love the covered area.
Oh, the awning, and then there was a spot where they did Jack Skellington on the awning. That was pretty cool.
That was awesome.
Boy, we veer off, don't we? My goodness.
Okay, let's go back.
Okay, so Chris, I hope that answered your question and then some.
Do the party.
Do the party. Ooh, okay, and yes, we missed Osborne Lights.
Which was nobody's question, but hey.
Okay, so Carolyn wants to know, do you know which rides are available for Fast Pass selection in Toy Story Land? There's 2 rides back there.
And they both are, right?
The Alien Swirling Saucer and Slinky Dog Dash.
And
they both will be.
Yes.
The Slinky Dog Dash is almost anybody can go on it. They're saying like the average 2-year-old.
Was it 32
inches and then 38 inches on Slinky Dog Dash. And no, I'm hearing that yes, you will be able to get Fast Pass selections. The only problem there is being able to get them. Exactly. I mean, like we talked about last week, there's a lot of people that are having a hard time actually securing the Fast Passes. Right. And of course, that's how it's going to be for a new land. Oh, I'm like, why are we moving this?
Don't fly my ship.
Okay, sorry.
That's a shipping
yeah, okay, Janelle just said she has her Fast Pass for both rides next month. And if you can't get a Fast Pass, keep trying, because there's tricks to the trade when it comes to securing Fast Passes. I mean, you could go and not be able to get it one day, and then you refresh it, or you go back in and you be able to get your Fast Pass.
Yeah, you got to be diligent about it, really. And every day, a new day opens.
Keep checking.
So
keep checking, because people cancel. So.
And for locals, we have a little bit of a disadvantage because we're only about 30 days out. Where if you're a hotel guest, you have 60 days out. So you have that extra 30-day window, which is why it's still hard to get Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, anything in Pandora, Frozen Ever After. I mean, it's difficult to get those, but if you keep trying, every now and then you get it, and sometimes if you're a local, you go to the park just to ride it.
And then you get all excited, like, guess what I just scored?
I spent an hour walking to my car to get in the park. It's awesome. And I wrote the 3-minute ride, and I'm going home.
Yeah, I'm going to go ride Flight of Passage, and then we're going to go back home.
Yeah, we've done stuff like that.
We have done stuff like that. Remember that time we left lunch? We were at lunch, and you were screwing around with the Fast Pass system, and you were like, oh my gosh, I just got Flight of Passage. And we
left in the middle of lunch.
We left lunch to go ride Flight of Passage.
Because we had to, because we would never made it.
Because we know darn well that it was going to be a long time. And I think that's the last time we had a Fast Pass for Flight of Passage. I was like,
it may have been. We've been on it, but we didn't have Fast Pass.
Yeah, I can't. I can't wait 3 hours for Flight of Passage. But anyway, okay, that's not the point. Anyway, okay, so.
Those ones will have Fast Passes available, both rides in Toy Story Land.
Yeah. Okay, so our last question is Robert. Robert, who said he found that meme he made of me saying something
Robert
silly.
said, will you cosplay as Figment for the meetup this year? Maybe, Robert. If we can talk her into it, I'll try. If you'll come as the Dream Finder, I'll talk her into being Figment.
Dream Finder, Figment. See, no.
But she's going to sit on your arm.
You don't want me to sit on your arm, Robert? Oh,
that wasn't his question at all.
Here, no, we're not going to cosplay as Figment. We're not doing any of that kind of stuff. And this year's meetup weekend is December 7th and 8th, which is at Christmas time, not Halloween time. So she can dress up Figment with a little
Christmas hat on.
No. That's not what he asked. Okay, so Robert wants to know about this.
Robert said he'll grow his beard out. No worries.
Robert, don't make it worse. Okay, so I want to hear about Donald's Dino Party thing. I hope they keep it because they need pics with Dino Chip and Dale. Okay, so they have this new thing going on at Animal Kingdom. They had a little preview of it Friday that I had to decline because we were working MegaCon. But I did see pictures, and they have like Chip and Dale dressed as dinosaurs, and there's like this dinosaur party thing going on back there. And originally they said it was just for the Incredible Summer, But I'm hearing that it's going to be a permanent addition. So I will double check that and make sure, but I did hear that they were going to keep it.
I heard the same thing. Is Elliot one of the DJs that revolves?
And he was back there before
for
events, but I don't think that's a norm, like all the time.
Yeah, it's just every now and then. Just curious.
So, yeah, that's new, and it's supposed to be staying. Oh, and also an honorable mention, too, for the incredible summer. You can see Edna now in Magic Kingdom. And this Friday, we were invited to a media event in Tomorrowland at Magic Kingdom.
So follow along with us. We'll probably have some live footage, and then I'm sure Michelle will write up things after fact.
Oh, I overly take pictures and video because I can't help myself. So Friday afternoon, follow along, rain or shine. We were invited, and we will be there. What are you doing?
I'm trying to see if it'll stay with it.
No. So Friday, more media goodies from Magic Kingdom. So so I hope that answered your question too. And I think we went over, of course, because I knew we had a lot to cover tonight, and I really appreciate those that stuck in all this time.
So as always, after this feed, I will have it uploaded to YouTube as soon as I can. Sometimes it does take a little bit just because of the length of the video and the speed of the modem. We've been having weather issues today here.
Yeah, we lost our internet connection earlier today because of the rain and stuff.
But we will get that out. But I just wanted to mention, please follow along with us on Facebook and Instagram at The Main Street Mouse, on Twitter at Main Street Mouse, and on YouTube again, The Main ST Mouse. You can also follow Michelle on Instagram at CinderShella4, or my profile TMSM_Avenger on Instagram. And I think that's all we have for the week, is it? That's
a whole lot for the week. So now we're going to get rested so that we can hit the ground running again with more information. So
I want to eat dinner because I'm starving.
I know we haven't even eaten yet. It's just going those days. So anyway, we love you guys so much for watching. We thank you for sharing all our information, because if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have this job.
Very true.
And from the bottom of my heart, again, thank you for those who have come out to see us at MegaCon. For anybody who bought my book and read my book, and thank you. And don't forget, you can always leave good feedback on Amazon if you bought the book.
And if you did come out to MegaCon this weekend and took photos, please make sure if you are going to post them or haven't posted them, please tag Michelle so we can see them.
Yeah, because I took a lot of pictures this weekend from various people, and before you walked away, I was like, don't forget to tag me, because, I like to use those pictures for our Wednesday blogs, and just to have them because they're special to me. Right. So if you did take pictures, please tag me, tag the Main Street Mouse.
And even if you didn't take a picture, just comment and say you enjoyed meeting us, hopefully. If you didn't enjoy, then please no comments.
If you didn't, don't say anything. Just be nice about it. Okay, that
was it.
No, okay.
No, but thank you all so much for coming out.
Thank you. And until next Monday, we hope you guys have a great week, and we appreciate you watching, and we love you guys, and we will see you real soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.